Assalamu alaikum students, I am Amreen with next topic which is non-cyclic photophosphorylation. In previous lecture we have done cyclic photophosphorylation. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation is very important because both photosystems means photosystem 1 and 2 coordinate and cooperate with each other, so efficiency will increase. Both assimilatory powers means ATP and NADPH plus H plus will be formed. This non-cyclic photophosphorylation is different from cyclic photophosphorylation. I hope at the end of this lecture you will be able to differentiate between non-cyclic and cyclic photophosphorylation. As I have told you that in non-cyclic photophosphorylation both systems mean PS1 and PS2 works together. They help each other. You have to remember that light reaction always start with PS2. I have told you before that what is PS1, PS2. You should keep all these things in your mind. So this reaction means light reaction or non-cyclic photophosphorylation starts with PS2. This is a chlorophyll molecules and these are its associated molecules which absorb light from sun in the form of photon and they get energy. They transfer their energy to the reaction center. The reaction center of PS2 is P680. Listen it again. These associated molecules of chlorophyll, they absorb energy and they get this energy and transfer this energy to P680 where electrons are present. After getting energy, after absorbing energy, they become more activated and they change themselves from ground state to excited state. Before this, you should memorize that, you should recall your memory that I have told you a PS2 system is concerned with another important process which is known as photolysis, mean splitting of water. So this PS2 photosystem 2 is related with photolysis. Here you can write down photolysis as you have done it before. Two water molecules, they are broken down into 4 electrons, 4 protons and 2 atoms of oxygen which later on arrange themselves as oxygen gas. Electrons, after absorbing energy, they will get excited and leave PS2 system. 4 electrons left PS2. As a result, there will be a space of 4 electrons. As 4 electron has left the PS2, so there is a space which is known as electron hole is remain here. This space is filled with these electrons which we get after photolysis. 4 electrons left PS2. As a result, there is a space of 4 electrons. This space is known as electron hole. These electrons holes are filled by the 4 electrons which are produced by the photolysis of water. These electrons shift themselves, they transfer themselves into electron hole which is present in PS2 and this happens under the presence of manganese ion. Manganese assists for this transferring of electron which we get from the breakdown of water. So 4 electrons left and 4 electrons came to fill the space. Okay, these 4 electrons are accepted by primary electron acceptors. When they lose their energy, they go through a series of changes. They go through follow a path and they release their energy. During this journey, they lose their energy and they pass through plastocyanin, then cytosome of BF complexes and plastocyanin. During this course, they lose their energy and they once again they become exhaust. This energy is utilized, which is liberated by these electrons. This energy is utilized for the formation of ATP. Adenosine diphosphate absorb or get one phosphate and it makes ATP, and for this reaction the energy is supplied by these electrons. As they come down, they lose their energy and this energy is utilized for the formation of ATP. So basically synthesis of ATP is known as photophosphorylation. Now remember, these electrons have lose their energy. They want to come back to their home. If they come back to their home, then it would be a cyclic photophosphorylation. But what do you think? They will come or they can come? No, they cannot come to PS2 because the space is already filled with the electron. There is no space for them. So they remain exhaust over here. And at the same time, there is another system, photosystem, which is known as PS1 and its reaction center is known as P700. Always remember, then light will be absorbed by the both photosystems. Not only one photosystem get the energy or absorb the energy. Both are going to absorb energy at the same time because both photosystems are present in thylakoid membrane. So this PS1 system also gets energy from sunlight and its molecules becomes get more energy. They becomes excited and they transfer their energy to its reaction center, which is P700. The electrons which are present in this reaction center, they absorb energy and they get excited. They transfer from their ground state to excited state. So as a result, 4 electrons from PS1 will leave the P700 and they come out of it and they become into a excited state. So these 4 electrons, which are basically electrons of PS2, but they cannot go back. They are here. There is no space for them. So those electrons which are basically of PS2, they will be a part of PS1. PS1 will accept them, and the space which was created by the loss of these 4 electrons will be filled with these 4 electrons. These 4 electrons will fill the space which was created by these 4 electrons. So once again, this photosystem is filled with electrons. There is no space for electron. If there will be a space, then they will come back to their home, but at that time PS1 cannot run cyclic photophosphorylation because there is no space. Okay, these 4 electrons were accepted by NADP. These 4 electrons are accepted by NADP in the presence of NADP reductase. If you remember, I have told you in my previous lecture that PS1 has a ability, has a character to have NADP reductase, which is an enzyme, and it is not present in PS2. Similarly, PS1 cannot photolyze the water. It cannot split the water because PS2 has the capability to split the water. Only photolysis takes place in PS2, and PS1 is special for the presence of NADP reductase, which is an enzyme. So in the presence of this enzyme, these 4 electrons are accepted by NADP+. One thing more, it also needs 4 hydrogen or 4 protons for its reduction. So what do you think from where these 4 protons will come? Look at this equation. These electrons were accepted by the PS2, and here 4 hydrogens are remaining. So these 4 hydrogens will be taken by NADPH+. These 4 electrons plus these 4 hydrogen plus this one, 2 molecules of NAD plus 2 NADP. We can write it over here just like that. 4 electron plus 4 hydrogen plus 2 NADP. It is reduced into 2 NADP H plus H plus. So in this way reduction of NADP takes place into NADPH plus H plus. If you look at carefully here, it is just like alphabet Z or Z. That's why it is known as Z scheme. Maybe you found it N, but if I turn it, then you will be able to understand that it is the Z scheme. This one is Z scheme. So it is also known as Z scheme. Here are some key points and differences between cyclic photophosphorylation and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Look at them carefully. Cyclic photophosphorylation takes place in stromal lamella. On the other hand, non-cyclic photophosphorylation takes place in granular lamella of thylakoid membrane. In only PS1 participated independently. During cyclic photophosphorylation, only PS1 takes place, if you remember. Single, independently it works. But on the other hand, during non-cyclic photophosphorylation, both PS1 and PS2 participate. In cyclic photophosphorylation, there is no photolysis. If there is no photolysis, no breakdown of water. If no breakdown of water, means there is no evolution of oxygen. On the other hand, during non-cyclic photophosphorylation, photolysis takes place. As a result, oxygen is evolved. During cyclic photophosphorylation, only ATP is synthesized. On the other hand, NADP, H plus H and ATP both are synthesized. Not only one, both assimilatory powers are synthesized over here. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation reduce NADP into NADPH plus H plus, while there is no reduction of NADP during cyclic photophosphorylation. Here you can once again you can see that there is formation of ATP as well as reduction of NADP into NADPH plus H plus. So go through it, try to understand it, and inshallah by next lecture if you have any problem I will talk to you. Allah Hafiz till next.